And hey folks, it is Saturday, April 12th. It is 1:57 p.m. and I'm here in Midtown Toronto in the Hyundai Elantra, furnished by the really cool folks at Rome Auto. And in this one, we're going to be leaving Toronto and heading up to Markham. I've had requests to do a video in Pacific Mall and another one up in the Unionville area. So I'm going to be driving up to Pacific Mall. We'll be making a pit stop there. I'll be heading in and hopefully recording a video. Then I'll be back in the car and we're going to drive up to Unionville as I struggle to remember. And in a moment, we'll press that button there. Let's just do that now, actually. I gotta have my foot on the brake. And again, thanks to the folks at Rome Auto. I'll put a link to them down in the description. That's an affiliate link. They offer flexible weekly and monthly plans with no long-term commitments. You can pay as you go, not all at once, and you can drive the latest gas, hybrid, and electric vehicles, such as this really nifty hybrid Hyundai Elantra. They also do home delivery, and fortunately, they are Canadian owned. Anyways, thanks again to Rome Auto. I'm gonna switch over to that camera and we'll get rolling here. I've popped the route into the nav system here. It says we should be arriving at 2:34 and it is 28.3 kilometers away. This is just north of Yonge and Eglinton. I'm going to turn onto Yonge Street here. And I think we're going to be going all the way up to Highway 401. And just east of Yonge Street, Montgomery here is Broadway Avenue, and that was converted into a one-way street. That's why you see at the intersection those signs saying you can't go straight through. I apologize, you might have to listen to the nav system barking out orders on this one. I just picked up the car yesterday. I need to head down to Niagara Falls tomorrow, and I'll be returning it on Monday.
Continue on current road for about 5 kilometers.
And we're about 5 clicks away from the 401. And Yonge Street's a 2-lane street, but with street parking and frequent Ubers and stuff on the right side, it's usually best just to hang out in the left lane until it's time to get over to the right. That car doesn't sound too healthy. I've got the windows cracked down a little bit just to add some ambience. I don't know if the microphones are picking it up, but that Honda sounds really sick. The one just opposite us. seems to be a bit of a slowdown up ahead. Might be stuck behind a cement mixer. I haven't been to Pacific Mall since I was in high school, or rather university. I dated someone who worked there. And I haven't been to Unionville in Markham in over 10 years. It's a little historic kind of downtown in Markham. It's a very short kind of historic main street that I think will be worth checking out. Kind of glad we caught this light and let that cement truck get some distance on us. It's telling us 26.9 kilometers away, and we'll be there around 2:35, 4 kilometers away from the highway. We'll be taking Highway 401 over to the 400, and then it'll be north up to Steeles. I don't really need the GPS for this. And if all goes to plan, I might live stream my way back from Unionville. Rather affluent Lawrence Park neighborhood is just over on the right. I did a video through there a few weeks back. That cabbie just parked to get out and throw something into the waste bin. This is Lawrence Avenue. Heard of using your turn signal? Nissan QA-SH QAI Qashqai? I don't even know how to pronounce the name of that vehicle. This is a little nice stretch of retail here. We've caught back up to this cement mixer, unfortunately. I don't come up to this area too often, even though I live near here. I don't really have much reason to. There's some good restaurants and shops and that sort of thing. But really, every time I'm through here, I've got the camera in hand. will signal after the lane change. I see what you did there. And this is where Yonge Street meets Yonge Boulevard. And the 97 bus, the Yonge Street bus, will make a left here and detour along Yonge Boulevard and head up to Wilson, and then it'll come back to Yonge Street. I think the grade on this hill coming up is just a bit too steep for the bus, especially in inclement weather, where buses will often get stuck and tend to bunch up. You'll see what I mean by that in a second. And that way off in the distance is North York and the Willowdale skyline. But we're going to be getting on the 401 just before that. Let's just get right and we'll stay to the right, as I need to be over here to merge onto the 401. Turn right onto York Mills Road, which will eventually turn into Ellesmere and Scarborough. Or you can turn left where it is Wilson. Ooh, I was not aware he was doing that. That's a tough left turn to make. Oh, he's trying to get into the far left lane. All right, 1 kilometer away, and we'll be heading east on the 401 for a short jaunt. Pacific Mall is like the largest Asian shopping mall in North America. I think it was built in 1996 or 1997. That's when it opened. And the parking lot there, if I can remember, has always been quite the zoo. So we'll have some fun navigating that, hopefully finding a parking spot. I think you can hear the nav system, but it just told me to get my ass onto Highway 401 East. Hey, gong for MP. That guy ran for mayor as well. I don't know what kind of money laundering scheme he is running, but he's become a popular figure for rather strange reasons. Idiot. Alright, I'm going to do my left window up just because I think it'll be a bit too noisy. And welcome to Maybe the right one too a little bit. Welcome to the busiest freeway in North America, Highway 401. We're in the collector lanes. But we're not going to be on the 401 for long. Driving to Montreal or Ottawa, we would be. There's no getting around this 401 traffic. So in 3 kilometers, we'll be hanging a right to get on the 404. I might have said 400 earlier, but it's the 404 northbound towards Newmarket. There's really no point in getting out of this lane. Rhino Dad is in front of us. Look at these people merging the last possible second and moving over. There's someone else beside me trying to do that. And the guy behind me is not letting them in. Good. You had all day to merge your way over. You line cutter. I just got the thank you from this person in front of me. I've noticed people have been flashing their 4-ways to say thank you instead of doing the old wave lately. Okay, I don't want to be in this lane actually. All those towers off to the left there are around Fairview Mall. That was an interesting maneuver that minivan just pulled. Yeah, that sign says Don Valley Parkway, 2 kilometers. South of here is the DVP, but to the north will be the 404. Gotta stay in this lane and follow the signs. This definitely gives you a different perspective on the city as opposed to me just walking around. All right, 404 and Don Valley Parkway, keep right. That's us.
Take exit 375 on the right to Highway 404 and then keep left.
Car didn't like that. not been up this way in a long ass time on the 404.
Continue on Third Road for about 7 kilometers.
We're going to be on here for 7.5 kilometers. Getting off at Steeles, which is the northern border of the city of Toronto. Traffic not moving very well south of here. At least not on the collector side. Steeles Avenue, 2 kilometers. There's a guy in my blind spot. I'll get over to the right in a moment. I think this nav system is trying to take me up to the Highway 407. Pretty sure we want to get off at Steeles. Don't know what that's all about. Let's see if it course corrects when I get off at Steeles here. It doesn't make any sense. Why is it telling me recalculating?
100 meters, turn right onto Steeles Avenue East.
There we go. It just course corrected. I have no idea why it was sending me up to the 407.
Turn right onto Steeles Avenue East.
I have not been up this way in a long ass time.
Continue on Current Road for about 3 kilometers.
And I think it's going to be on our left. This is Victoria Park Avenue. There's a big TD campus on the left. Something big going in on the right as well. riding their... Whoa! I'm gonna have to go back and re-watch that. Smooth driving. Huge pothole, jeez. That giant church thing on the left. Thing is UGLY. What's this person doing on the right? Markham, which is on the left, I think has a population of nearly 400,000 and about 40,000 or 40% or so identify as being of Chinese or Hong Kong Canadian descent. And Pacific Mall is modeled after a Hong Kong mall. Since I know we're going left, maybe I'll just hang out over here. But if you wonder why I don't do walking videos in areas like this too often, just look around. We're almost there, apparently. Let's see what a gong show trying to get into this parking lot is. I think there was also a place called First Markham Place right next to it. That was a big Chinese center. This is Birchmount Road. I could turn left onto Kennedy, I think, as well.
In 700 meters, turn left onto Kennedy Road.
Yeah, this thing is telling me to turn left onto Kennedy. So it should be pretty much at the next major intersection. So I think I'll just follow the GPS. We'll turn left onto Kennedy. And then it says, hang a right and you'll be in the parking lot. Probably in
100 meters, turn left onto Kennedy Road.
Yeah, it's probably a long line of people waiting to do the same. person's given up. I thought you could turn left after this intersection and still get in there. I'm going to put my faith into the nav system. It's probably going to take another 4 minutes just to turn on to Kennedy. I wouldn't blame you for skipping ahead right now. Yeah, there's a pretty short advanced green helping clear things out in this lane. That little beep was the car telling me the vehicle in front of me was moving. I guess that's a feature to prevent you from falling asleep at the wheel. Hey, we're almost in the left turn lane. We're probably 3 light cycles away. That's it. Just a few cars made it through. Oh, when the light turns yellow, a few more cars should be able to squeak through. I doubt we'll make it the next light cycle, but the one after that, we should be good. Let's see, 1 car made it through. That's it. It is 2:36, so the nav system didn't seem to account for this hellish intersection. I wonder if it would have been quicker to get off a stop earlier and head over to Kennedy and just drive north up Kennedy. That way you wouldn't have to deal with this left turn from hell here.
Turn left onto Kennedy Road.
Hey, I can see it. There's Pacific Mall. Parking lot looks pretty packed. But at least we're getting through in the next light cycle. Hey, 2 cars squeaked through this time after the yellow. Communism's ultimate goal, destroy the human race. It says on a sign just to the right. Oh, how grateful I am to live in such a walkable neighborhood with access to the subway. I don't think I could do this. I've owned a car and a house in suburbia before, in my mid-20s. And after less than a year, I was living downtown in the St. Lawrence neighborhood. That was not for me. Hey. Go, go, go. Let's not hold up the person behind us either.
Continue on current road for about 1 kilometer.
York region, population 1.265 million. All right, I think we just want to pull in here. It's telling me to keep going straight, but I'm saying screw you.
Turn right and then turn right.
I don't see any parking. The hunt is on.
Turn left and then turn right.
Imagine if I came all this way and couldn't get a parking spot. Scanning. This person in front of me probably did the same, so I can be reasonably confident there's no spots. Oh, that guy was not pulling out.
Turn left and then turn right.
Ooh, someone's coming out, and there's 2 people in front of me to grab that spot. This could be a video all on its own.
In 100 meters, turn left.
Well, I have no choice. Hey, there's a spot.
Turn left and then turn right.
I don't care. That's a spot. That is a spot. I will take it. Yeah, I'm between the lines. This would have been a better back end spot, but we made it to the Pacific Mall parking lot. That concludes part 1 of the video. Possibly the entire video if I don't come back and record the rest of it, but I'm gonna head into the mall and make a video and find the little boys' room. So I shall return. And just like that, we are back. It's a pretty cool video, I think. gotta slowly creep out of the spot as I have a bit of a blind spot behind me. I can't see. There we go. Now I can see. Oop. This white van beside me is trying to pull out at the same time. I think they're gonna wait for me now, which you can see in the view. Well, good thing they saw me. So now it's up to the historic town
100 meters, turn left.
of Unionville. I just popped that into the nav system, but it looks like it's pretty much a straight shot. Hey. All right, you goose. I'll give you the right of way. Maybe someone sprinkled some food into this parking lot or dropped some food. Not sure why a goose would be on patrol.
Turn left and then turn right.
Turn left and then turn right. Got it. Let this Tesla go by. That's what I call them now.
Turn right onto Kennedy Road. Continue on Current Road for about 4 kilometers.
All right, now we're gonna start getting knee deep into Markham. I'm gonna park, I hope I'm gonna park at an old train station and community center. That looks like it has some parking spots. I don't think it's gonna be a huge deal. In the summertime, I think on weekends, Unionville can get quite busy. And I don't think it's much of a concern at this time of year. Let's do some suburban ass driving, eh? Crack the left window a little bit. It's just amazing how spread out everything is up here. That's what I didn't like about living in an area like this. A 10-minute walk just kind of feels almost painful. Like it's a chore you're having to do when you're walking through a vibrant, built-up part of a big city. It's kind of the opposite. There's just so much to see and stimulate the mind. Here it's just sidewalk, everything just kind of looks the same. Most people are in cars. Strip malls with the parking out front. To each their own, I guess, but this is not for me. I grew up in the suburbs. I tried to live in the suburbs as an adult. If you could call 25-year-old me an adult. This car is quite fantastic on gas. So we're eventually going to be making a left. There's a big high school on the left. Milliken Mills High School. I could have taken a GO train up here sometime, well, up to Unionville. They had a historic GO station, or a historic train station, but its services were replaced by a much newer GO station to the south of it. That makes it a bit of a walk from the historic part of Unionville. And when I was a kid, for 1 year, we lived north of here in a place called Stouffville, which I think has grown and developed quite rapidly since then. There's a Dairy Queen. Ooh. Someone's car alarm be blaring. My original plan was just to drive up to Unionville, record it, and then stream after. But I remembered Pacific Mall was kind of on the way. That's what prompted me to stop there. Hey, there's a train rolling through just up ahead. We are 2 kilometers away from our destination. So this is Highway 407, and the nav system originally wanted me to come up to here to get to Pacific Mall. That makes no sense. I would have been stuck in all this traffic that's just kind of parked going south. Yeah, there's a York University campus up here. That's weird. It's my old school. Kind of an ugly ass building. All right, 400 meters, we're gonna make a left onto well, I'm just gonna trust it. If it leads me astray, it leads me astray.
In 300 meters, turn left at the second road onto Unionville.
300 meters, turn left. I'm assuming this is it. Turn left onto Unionville Gate. And then we're going to be making a right at some point. Probably not till the light turns yellow.
In 200 meters, turn right onto Main Street, Unionville.
All right, this is Main Street, Unionville. That's part of that York University campus there on the left. Markham Pan Am Center. Hey, they got a
Current road for about 1 kilometer.
painted line masquerading as a bike lane. Unionville settled 1794, says the sign. And instantly,
In 700 meters, turn left onto Station Lane.
this little suburb gets a lot more charming. I imagine coming here during like the peak fall colors would be kind of the best time to be here. And this is Highway 7. So I think I wanted to start my walk here in front of that Unionville sign.
In 300 meters, turn left at the third road onto Station Lane.
And the sign says 20 kilometers per hour. I guess I can't get too impatient. But there's an old historic train station just up ahead. And I think I saw some parking there.
Turn left onto Station Lane.
Turn left onto Station Lane. Where is Station Lane? Here is Station Lane. I saw a bunch of parking here.
The destination is on your left.
There we go. We'll have to check the signs to make sure I can park here, but I don't see why the heck not. There we go. Bada bing, bada boom. Switching over to the other cam. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below if you wish to support what I do on YouTube. There's links to my Patreon and YouTube channel membership down in the description. I've got an Instagram account at Johnny Strides, and there is a super thanks button appearing down below if you wish to say thanks that way. And thank you to Rome Auto for lending me this vehicle. There's a link to them down in the description, and it looks like someone got married. Awesome. Anywho, thank you so much, guys, and I will catch you in the next one. Yoink!